Hey friends, welcome back to the channel, glad to have you along. Following my recent video talking about the withdrawal of a handful of bus services across the West Midlands, however this turns out not to be the case. There's quite a few services that have been withdrawn in Coventry due to the low patronage, ever since the coronavirus had hit us really hard. The one route we're now doing is one of the local services, the 42, from Coventry to Brownshill Green. It used to be operated by NX Coventry, or formerly known as Travel Coventry, but however Travel Coventry pulled off the service and was then given over to Diamond Bus, who managed to keep hold of the service, but however sadly there are no more last chances left. From the new year, Diamond have confirmed that they will be withdrawing the 42 service from Coventry to Brownshill Green, and there's no alternative operator that's going to take over the service due to the fact that other services run alongside it. As I can now confirm to you all, this route will be finishing at the end of the year for the final time. There's quite a few parts that sends me onto the dual carriageway, but sadly this turns out not to be the case, and it is a shame to lose such an iconic route across Coventry, because due to the fact it's also down to the passenger numbers since the coronavirus hit us. When the coronavirus first came in 2020, it was a really challenging time. It was going to change the world forever, especially with lockdown, meaning we would never see the same thing again, even if it was in a few months later. But it was confirmed that the coronavirus could no longer sustain. It could no longer continue, so that meant I had to say that the coronavirus had really affected the life of everyone's livelihoods. It really affected the channel even more, because the YouTube channel had to get back on its feet, so I had to make sure that the channel is still maintained properly. But apparently the channel, with the amount of subscribers that has happened since we jumped to 939, nearly bang on 940, we can see a vast improvement in the channel, because it's been ages since we hadn't updated the channel on a regular basis. National Express Coventry is one good provider that operates around the Coventry area. It is one of the last major providers left, but however there's Coventry minibuses, Stagecoach, and of course Diamond, but there'll only be 3 operators within the Coventry area. There was, however, Travel de Courcy, but de Courcy buses went bankrupt even since the coronavirus. And there's also Arriva East Midlands on the X6 to Leicester. So I am going to say that quite a few of the routes have been hit hard, but however that turns out not to be the case. There's quite a few stuff that's gone from Coventry over the years. The TJU shop is now gone due to the fact that they were placed under administration again due to the retail coming to a fall. The IKEA is also gone as well, so there's no more IKEA in Coventry, meaning the only IKEA store that you'll find is the one in Wednesbury. There is also an IKEA store at Bristol, which is just off the M32 motorway. To be honest, that is one of the best IKEAs, but I do like the Wednesbury one, which is on the 11A. Camden Hill Hall Park. Camden Hall Park is one place just outside of Coventry To be honest, I will miss quite a lot of this route, even though I've never got the chance to do it, because due to the fact that Coventry's on a separate area, because as you know, Coventry can be a bit of a busy place to be. But I am assumed that Coventry will never be forgotten. The only routes I did on my own, which was the only routes I've been on my own over the last few years, was quite a few of the Reavers and the first buses. That is now the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it.